Hi everyone, my name's Anjali and welcome today to our WOCY Daily Activity. It's the 11th of March and for the whole of this week, from the 8th to the 14th of March in 2021, it's around the same time every year, it is Feet Week. So we all know how important our feet are to help us move around, to walk, to run, to be able to move in lots of different directions. We need our feet for it all. We need our feet and our toes to help us balance. We need our feet. Actually, the way that our feet are formed are the reason why we can walk on 2 legs instead of 4. But the real question today is, knowing that our feet are so important, knowing that they get a lot of hard work, which is why the skin on the soles of our feet are the thickest skin that we have in our body. Knowing all of this, how much time and care and attention do we give to our feet every day, I would say, to make them or to help them heal, to grow, to repair? And so we're going to look at that question today, and I'm going to share with you 3 yoga activities that can help you to strengthen your feet. And actually, we're really going to look at our toes. Now, there are challenges that people have with their feet. A really common one is having flat feet, and that is where, when you put your foot down on the floor, it should have a nice arch in your foot. That's your foot arch. But mine, and like some other people's, and I've been working really hard at trying to make that get strong again and the muscles there to get really strong, but some people's are really flat, and that can help make the feet kind of really uncomfortable. They can be quite painful when you walk on them because there's a lot of pressure on our feet and they're not properly supported. Our body weight is not properly supported by our feet. So these toe exercises are actually going to help with everything to do with getting the blood circulating to your feet, to your toes, and to help with those flat feet challenges if you have them. So I'm going to stand up as we're going to do our activity number 1, and this is called a tiptoe balance. So really encouraging you to get your focus and concentration up, as well as stretching, getting a bit of flexibility through the whole of your feet, but also the backs of your legs as well. Okay, also really helps with your posture, because to balance, you need to be standing nice and tall and upright. Enough talking, let's get on with this pose. Right, very simply, take a breath in and you can just move your heels up and down. I'll turn sideways so that you can see. Standing up, nice and tall. So you're taking breath in and out. Breathe in as you come up a little bit, out as you bring the heels down. And then when you're ready, breathe in and come up onto your tiptoes as high as you can and hold it there. See if you can hold it for maybe 1 breath. Look at something that's not moving so you're not getting distracted. If your eyes are still, it helps your body to be still. Can you come up on your tiptoes anymore? If you can't hold it for any longer, slowly bring your heels down. Maybe you can keep holding it for a total of 3 to 5 breaths. Relax your shoulders. Let your shoulders drop down and your arms to dangle by your sides, and then relax. Okay, now doing those tiptoe balances 3 to 5 times a day is going to be really great for keeping those feet nice and strong, stretching the backs, as I said, of the whole of your leg. So much more as well. Posture tall too. All right, our second activity is going to be doing something with our feet. Okay, now this is working lots and lots of different muscles and all of the tissues, connective tissue, the ligaments, the tendons in our feet as well. And this is as simple as, and you can do this sitting down or standing up. I find it easier standing up. And this is just lifting up our toes and placing them down. So we've started to work those toes. We've kind of felt where they are today. So now you might find yourself rocking a little bit back onto your heels. Try to keep yourself nicely standing up tall instead of rocking back, and just lift up your toes. All right, now let's see if we can add a bit of challenge here. Now I was trying this earlier today and not the full amount of this challenge just wasn't working for me today. You'll find that different days, different things will happen. But I do ask you to see if you could just pick up your big toes. Okay, my big toes seem to be working today at being picked up. And then can you see if you can lift up your little toes? My little toes, just your little toes, really don't seem to be working. So you might want to even hold your toes down, the other toes, and see if the little toes will lift up. And then if you're really feeling connected with your feet today, maybe you can lift up your big toes and your little toes together, which today, not working. I'm going to have to give that perhaps a little bit more practice. All right, so that is toe lifting. Lastly, coming down to the floor, we are going to be doing something called sitting on our toes or Japanese sitting. So when they have Japanese tea ceremonies, you'll often see Japanese people sitting back on their toes, and I think they must find it extremely comfortable. Now, I have found that some people find Japanese sitting or sitting back on your toes comfortable, or they find it really uncomfortable. It seems to be one of those two extremes. Either it's fine, comfortable, or it's really uncomfortable. So the idea here is to sit back on your toes until it feels uncomfortable and then you stop. Yoga is not about hurting yourself. It's about being kind and respectful. It's about building up flexibility and understanding in your body. So you can always come back. If your toes are feeling okay today, maybe you can come back and sit back onto your heels and your toes for a bit longer. So we're really helping with our balance because we're working and exercising our toes here, but we're also, if your ankles are feeling comfortable, it's a good stretch for your ankles too. So really great foot workout today, as I say, particularly with our toes. So when you're ready to sit down, take a breath in. Breathe out, come and sit back on your heels. You can even come and sit cross-legged or even just take your feet out in front of you. Give them a little bit of a wiggle as we say thank you to our toes for helping us so much. I wish you well with whatever else you decide to do today. Please enjoy. Love to you all always. Namaste. And I look forward to seeing you soon.